Ooh. Get my camera together. Oh, there go my dog. Let me get my dog in. Hey yo, Arch, send me a request, bro. It won't let me add you. There you go.
Look down.
What up, bro?
My dog, what's up with you, brother?
You see
I'm watching this playoff game.
Oh yeah, who winning? Don't tell me Miami winning.
Miami winning by 6.
one pair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Boston bogus as hell, man. No, the Lakers really bogus, bro, for real.
Lakers.
I had them going all the way. I ain't gonna
You had them
be
going all
like
the way.
Lakers my team. You know what I mean? Well, it ain't my team. I was rocking with Melo, you know. So I was going
Man,
LeBron.
my girl is a diehard Lakers fan, so I know she ain't feeling too good right now.
Sick, bro. Then Melo retired on me, bro. I've been going through it, bro.
Yeah, I seen you tell my don't nobody talk to you today.
For real, bro. I was hurt, man.
Yeah, just put that with you, bro.
You still hooping in Puerto Rico, bro?
Yeah, I'm out here right now. We got our next game is Thursday.
Okay. How you like it out there?
I love Puerto Rico, bro.
Oh, you
Yeah.
Puerto Rico's so smooth, man. It's just really just good weather and hoops, for real.
Yeah.
Play like 3-4 games a week. So, man, I love it.
Hey, y'all loaded over there, bro. Everybody over there.
Man, it's some hoopers over there.
You played against
Right.
Boogie and them yet or no?
Yeah, Boogie and beat us.
Oh, they beat
They beat us. We played them at home or at their house, and man, they got hot from threes. Like the game over here is kind of like NBA. Like it's like real up and down threes, and man, they got a couple guards. But the guard play out here, to be honest, the guard play in Puerto Rico is real top tier.
Yeah.
It's real top tier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's some dudes that you might not even know, but they can go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then a lot of the guards out here are American, but they got Puerto Rican blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like they got that in a bloodline to where they can count as like a domestic player, like a player from here instead of being like an import.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
it's a lot of dudes like that. Like a lot, they be from like New York, they be from just wherever, but they just got Puerto Rican in their bloodline, like grandpa Puerto Rican or something.
Yeah.
And they count as a Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them like that. And they can go.
Man. Yeah. Who else is all over there with y'all? I know like B Night over there with you.
B Night here,
Hassan
Whiteside here. I don't think Lance Stevenson here no more. I think that team let him go. Tyreek Evans was here, but that team let him go too.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Robinson was out here. Boogie said, who else? Do you know who Walter Hodges is?
Mm-hmm.
He an older guy. He used to play. I think he might have got a chance in the league a little bit ago. But
yeah,
I'm trying to think of guys that you would just know, because I haven't played against Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's tough.
He just got here like a week ago.
So what y'all in playoffs right now, bro? Y'all still in the regular season?
Nah, regular season. So we fighting for a playoff spot. I wish I would have got here at the beginning of the season, but I was still with my other team.
Yeah.
If I would have been here at the beginning of the season, bro, I feel like we would be playoff bound right now. But I got here late. You know what I'm saying? But we fight. We like right in the mix of a playoff spot because it's like the top 4 teams on each. It's 2 different sides. The top 4 teams on each side make. So we fighting for a spot right now.
Gotcha. So what y'all got
So
like it's like a y'all like a play in right now?
we gotta win. We got like 13 games. Oh no, 11 games left in the season. So we gotta really lock in and win. For real.
Trying to see what one of my guys said he ain't gonna be able to make it tonight, but I'm waiting for the other one. So they could just hop in. They ever hop in. Man, bro, did you think? I didn't think Denver was gonna sweep the Lakers like that. Did you think that Denver had a chance to really sweep the Lakers like that, bro?
Not sweep. I thought that Denver was gonna win just because the home court advantage aspect, and it's so hard to play in Denver with the altitude, the crowd. Like it's tough to win in Denver.
Yeah.
So I knew that they was going. I always had a strong feeling that they were gonna win. But I didn't expect them to go forward. Like I thought it was gonna be like 4-2, 4-3 type game, but
yeah,
4-0.
And it seemed like Joker was kind of demolishing, AD a little bit. You know what I mean? It seemed like AD be kind of iffy with his play. You know what I'm saying? Like one game, he feel like he be feeling it, and the next game he's like chill. You know what I'm saying? Like he be looking nonchalant sometimes. It'd be frustrating as hell as a Lakers fan, man.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think with AD though, I think it's more of a mental thing at this point because he's been getting a lot of backlash throughout the season over some stuff he can't control. Like you can't control getting injured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got backlash over that, and sometimes, man, you hear so much this and that, and you want to prove so bad that you are who they say you are, and it can kind of get to your head and mess you up a little bit. But I think overall, man, AD had a good playoffs in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even he had some bad games, but I mean a lot of players have had bad games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still one of the best players in the league, and it's not close. You know what I'm saying? I think that this summer though, I think this will be a big summer for AD. I think that if he can stay healthy the whole year, that'll be a big step. And then from there, being able to really take that next step and being able to close out some of these games. Because if the team is the same make this year with him and Bron, then it's going to be times where he's going to have to do that. Like, that's what made them so good in the playoffs when they won it. And, you know what I mean? When they won it, AD had those times where he took over and he was the best player on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to need that. Like, that's how Kyrie and LeBron worked so good because there was times where Kyrie would take over and he would be the main guy, the go-to guy. Sometimes, but, like, you have to have a steady dose of being able to have, okay, if it ain't Bron, it's AD. It ain't the AD, it's Bron. It got to be a steady dose of that. And when it's not, and it's just all Bron, then now you depending on D'Angelo Russell to come to you, depending on Hachimura, but she played out his mind in this playoff. You depending
Austin Reeves.
In the shoulder, Austin Reeves. And Austin Reeves played great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would rather want to back. If I'm the coach, I want to bank on AD and Bron always showing up and saying, "Damn, we're gonna need these other options to take over their role." You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only ask so much of any role player in the NBA. You can only ask so much of them because they're in a smaller role. Now, if they're in a bigger role, maybe it's different. But when you have certain players in certain roles, you can only ask so much of them. You know what I'm saying? So because you can only ask so much of them, you got to have AD being AD. You got to have Bron being Bron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I just feel like AD, kind of like what you were saying, I think AD really needs to step into that role of like, all right, Bron really passing the torch to you type thing. You know what I'm saying? I think Bron, the whole reason they brought you there is to kind of take the load off of Bron. You know what I mean? So I feel like AD is supposed to be the one like, all right, game coming down the line, give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna lock down Joker. I feel like he don't have that killer mentality sometimes. I feel like he be so nonchalant. You know what I mean? And he be wishy-washy when he feel like he could play.
It can come off like that. I can see what you're saying. It can come off like that. I just, like I say though, AD, in my opinion, he's never been mean, gut, gritty guy. He just always been so talented, and he just proved his play with his game. So, like, if somebody's expecting that from him, then it'll be my thing will be like, well, he's not a ferocious guy like a Jimmy Butler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy Butler will get in your
Yeah.
face and talk that talk. Like, he don't do that. AD will just bust your ass and, you know what I'm saying, going about his day. Like, that's how he's always been. So, like, I just don't see, like, that'll be like if Jokic is playing, right? Jokic has been a phenomenal. Not once have I seen him go yell at somebody's face and talk shit and be a gritty type guy. Like, it's just not him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they do their part and hell, they run back down court. You know what I'm saying? Win. They got 30 and 20, whatever.
Yeah.
That be that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how.
So if you rob Palinka, bro, like, what do you do? Like, if I was to tell you trade a team the Lakers can have to kind of bounce back from this, what would you do? Obviously, you want to bring Braun and AD back. Obviously, you want to resign Hachimura. You want to resign, you know what I mean? Like, who do you looking at in free agency? Who would you want to go grab? Who do you think they need? What do they need? Talk to me like what you would do with that.
If I'm the Lakers, I'm bringing back Austin Reeves. I'm bringing back Hachimura, Braun, and AD. I'm gonna try to package D'Angelo Russell, Vanderbilt, and maybe a couple picks, some money or something. Maybe Mo Bamba if somebody want them. I'm gonna package them. That's not yours. I'm gonna package them for like a really good point guard. Like, this might not. I don't know the numbers behind it. I'm just figuratively speaking, like a Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, where it's like a guard who he can be effective with two superstars on this team. But Finn, like they don't have that type of guy. Like Drew, even if he ain't scoring, he do so much other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like D'Angelo Russell, if he's not scoring for you, then he's not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Liability, which is why they had to kind of move away from him in these last games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would go for somebody like that. Then I would get guys. I would bring back Lonnie Walker and actually play Lonnie Walker. I would get maybe a athletic defensive big to back up AD. I would get an athletic defensive big. I can't think of none right now because I'm talking my head, but an athletic defensive big to back up AD. And then I would get a guy in that second unit that do all the little shit, like a Torrey Craig, who can make the three, get in, speed up the tempo, come in and change the game. Get a guy like you got to get guys like that in your second unit. They second unit ain't really like that. It's just these guys just kind of come in and they play. You know what I'm saying? Like Troy Brown, he don't really, in my opinion, come in and change the whole tempo of the game. Like Lonnie Walker he can do it, and he's talented enough to do it. That's why I would keep him. But like outside of him, Dennis Schroeder could do it. But Dennis Schroeder, to me, sometimes it seems like he feel like he should be in a bigger role. So he ain't really, you know what I'm saying, out there trying to do his. He ain't out there trying to be in that role because he feel like he should start. You know what I mean? So I think that it would be something like that. Like I would get a couple dogs. Just like how Miami's doing. Like the formula that Miami has. They got dogs in that second unit. Their whole second unit dogs. They come in, they change the game. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Duncan Robinson.
Like that.
Remember they was bad.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson.
He got all that money. Now, bro, he changed.
He coming in
game.
and flourishing.
Man, he putting the ball on the floor. He getting to the bucket. He ain't just shooting threes. That man changed his game. Let me ask you this, Arch. A lot of talk is talking about like the Lakers are going to get Kyrie. You think Kyrie is kind of the fit they need, or you just feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like that'll really help Braun with the scoring low. You know what I'm saying? It'll be more of a pick and roll action for AD.
I don't think Kyrie, AD, and Braun will work because no matter how old Braun is, he's gonna be ball dominant. You can't play any other way. It's just not like we had this conversation before. Like you can't put Braun in the corner and expect him to be effective because he's not. Kyle Korver. He's not JJ Redick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a ball dominant player. If you watch LeBron's highlights, or if you just watch him play, his plays that he do is all off the dribble. Like, he's just not a catch and shoot dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just not who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's gonna be ball dominant no matter where he at, and you can't be mad at it because look at what he's gotten. You know what I'm saying? And this year in the regular season, averaged 29 a game, 8 assists. Like, not slowing down number wise. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't see that working. Now, if it was only Kyrie and LeBron, then yes, but not with AD.
No,
AD
in the mix.
AD's not a floor spacer. He's more of a give me the ball mid post. If you don't throw
get
it
out the
a
way,
lob or a bounce pass where he get his little floater, he's in the paint. Call the paint. Give me the ball mid post. And he work in the mid post. So that's why I say you need to do like Drew. Drew is not a point guard that he would. I think he would understand on that team. My role here is not to be a scorer. It is to be doing everything else. I will have my opportunities to score. He's still gonna get like 13, 14 shots a game still. But he's going to come in and lock up the best player. He's going to do all the little shit. He's going to get you 9 to 10 assists. Like, he can make an open three. Like, you need a guard like that who has all-star qualities but understands the dynamic of the team. Like, one thing about Kyrie, he's not changing his game for nobody. He's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not changing his game. But, like, Drew wouldn't have to change his game because what he's doing in Milwaukee, he would just essentially do the same thing there. So you got Giannis,
what he do anywhere,
equivalent to like AD/LeBron, and then Chris Middleton, another that's the second option who's the big scorer. So like he's already accustomed to being that third guy and being able to do that at a high level. Like with D'Angelo Russell, like I say, he's only one dimensional. If he ain't giving you nothing scoring, then he's just not going to be an effective player for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kyrie essentially is the same thing. If Kyrie ain't able to do him, he's not going to be effective. He ain't like he's a lockdown defender. He plays good, decent defense. But, you know what I'm saying, his scoring is his best attribute. With Drew Holiday, his defense is his best attribute. You know what I'm saying? His scoring might be his second or third, depending on depending on how you like him as a passer. Because he can pass the ball really well, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Yeah. So do you feel like they should keep Vanderbilt too? Because I feel like kind of like what you said about D'Lo, Vanderbilt is one dimensional. That's why he was playing 15 minutes. He started, but he played 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Like he can't give you nothing on the offensive end. But I feel like you need a defensive, mindset behind him. But it's like, would you bring back somebody like a Vanderbilt, like the kind of
if I brought back
Vanderbilt about what like the Torrey Craig?
If I brought back Vanderbilt, I would tell him this whole summer you better come back with something in your bag. You better work your ass off this whole summer and come back with something in your bag because he needs it. Bro.
At least a 2-dribble pull up or something,
like something, bro. Like either make the catch and shoot three at a decent rate. Like look at what Caleb Martin is doing for the fucking Heat, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's killing it. He is killing it, bro. He's just making a catch and shoot three. He's running the lane. He's defending. He's doing all the small shit, like the shit that ain't glorified. Like, and if this was his contract here, he'd be in for a bag next year. He just happened to already sign here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you gotta. The thing about offense, I think too, though, is that's the easy part. Like, it should be easy to get something in your bag. If you work it out with intent, you can get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my first couple years, I'd say even college, from my 1 year in college to my first 3 years, I was nowhere near a average shooter. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm above average. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it took me working and steady getting better, so it can be done. You know what I'm saying? Like now I am naturally a scorer because I'll slash shit, but he's a pro. You know what I'm saying? Like you have nothing else to do. Just like my same argument with Ben Simmons, bro. Like you have nothing else to do. You have no other thing to do. This is your moneymaker. This is your job. Your job is literally to go to the gym and get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have nothing to do. So if that's the case, you need to get in there and work on your stuff, work on your craft, because if you don't, the game will pass you up.
Mm-hmm.
If I never worked on my game, at some point it would pass me up because it's becoming more of a jump shooting game now.
Yeah.
So if I didn't get that part of my game better, then eventually teams are gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? But I stay getting high paying jobs because I worked on that and made that something that I can rely on. Now my strength is always gonna be my attacking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm athletic, I'm crafty. That's always gonna be my go-to. But if you disrespect it, I can knock it down. You know what I'm saying? And if I know you see when I post highlights on my page, like, nigga, I'm making like, nigga, you back up, it's knocking it down.
Shoot this motherfucker.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing that he needs to work on. Like, I ain't saying he gotta get in his bag and do step back, side step. Like, no. They're gonna leave you open. Catch and shoot threes. You should probably make 300-400 threes a day off catch. Then you can throw in a couple hundred 1-2 dribble pull-ups, stuff like that. Then, you know, once you get comfortable with that, bring it into play pickup. Only do that in pickup. Fuck making missions. It's about getting the confidence to shoot them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Getting that confidence to do that, and then transfer that to the game.
Yeah. I feel like, you know what I mean? I kind of don't want you to touch on it too much, but like, I feel like I gotta ask you, bro, like with the whole job thing, bro, like what would be some advice, you know what I mean, for him, you know what I mean, but not just for him though, for like everybody else that's kind of, you know what I mean, in that situation, you know what I mean, being young with money, you know what I'm saying, like how you feel that he should go about the situation to be better?
Well, I've been there before in the sense of being a super young dude. I've never been at the level he's been at as far as stardom and stuff, but I was in the NBA as an 18-year-old, and you're young, you're going to make mistakes, but the best thing that I could tell him to do is be way more discreet about what he do. Like, bro, to be real with you, I ain't going to throw no names out there. Majority of these dudes in the NBA are living a lifestyle that wouldn't be viewed by many as just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's living in like a angel. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do party, do smoke, drink, blah, all that stuff. But what they do a good job of is being discreet. They don't let it mess up their money. So if they know that they're going to be in a situation where they're doing something, they're going to tell people, hey, no cameras. They're going to make you not bring your phone, this and that. You know what I'm saying? He has to have a better understanding of what he means to the league, what he means to the community, and just to the world for real. Like, man, he is a household name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a household name. You can't do that. Like imagine LeBron at 19 doing this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing that the way the NBA is going now, the thing about what he's doing is, dude, once God forbid you get injured or anything, or you slow down, they're gonna replace you. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about a guy like Boogie. Boogie was the best center in the league for a while. He still is really good. I just played it. He can still right now. He can go to the NBA right now and average 15, 16, and 10 for anybody. At least anybody. They let him play. He played 25 to 28 minutes a game. He averaged 15 and 10 for any team in the league right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But when those injuries happened, and he was looked at as a head case by a lot of people, which in reality, he's a great dude, man. Like, I know him personally. Like, he's a great dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to the outlook of everybody else, all they see is the D-cuz that get texts all the time and attitude. You know what I'm saying? So once they had the opportunity to get him out of the league, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Melo. Even Melo never had attitude problems, but early on in his career, he had some gang stuff going on. And I know Melo. Melo is a great dude. Like, he's a leader. He encourages people. He do so much great stuff for the community. But it's just like anytime they never forget that stuff, bro. So anytime that anything like that happens, they gonna any reason they can't find to get you out of the league, they gonna find. Which is, in my opinion, why a person like Melo, who was an automatic first ballot Hall of Famer, top 75 player, ain't in the league right now. But somebody like Udonis Haslem, who's never gotten in any trouble, never had any of that, still in the league right now. He's nowhere near the player that Carmelo is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that stuff matters, bro. So
yeah. And I feel like Melo would be somewhere perfect for Ja. You know what I mean, bro? Because like you said, Melo kind of went through something similar with the league. You know what I mean? Being on him about who he's hanging out with and stuff like that. And I always felt like Memphis needed a vet over there. You know what I mean? He needed like a Boogie.
Sure.
He needed like a Melo. You know what I mean? To kind of tell him like, all right, little homie, like chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You 200 mil. You know what I mean? You got your own shoe. You Powerade. You know what I mean? Like kind of chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not really a Ja fan. You know what I mean? But I respect his game. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody do. But I just feel like I don't know. It's like what more like do you want? Like, you know what I mean? I hate for you to get put out the league. I hate for you to just, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because you're very talented. But it's like, the league ain't going to keep giving you chance after chance, bro.
They're
you know
not
going to
keep giving you chances,
you know what I mean?
Sure, but he only 23. He's still one of the faces of the league, up and coming. So he'll have his opportunities. But now it's about him rebuilding who he is and actually, like, showing that, like, what he did was not illegal, but it's not something that you need to be doing. Like,
it's not an NBA
you know what I'm saying? It was,
image.
Yeah, it's not an NBA image. Like, that'll be like, okay, you see an NBA player coming to the game sagging with a blunt in his mouth, like, and he in California, like, yeah, you can smoke weed freely in California. It's not illegal. But is that an image that you want to portray? You want to portray yourself sagging and all that? You know what I'm saying? No, you want to be clean cut. Look nice, dress nice, look good, you know what I'm saying? And you want to have a clean image about yourself because you want people to look like, when I was younger, I would always look at how guys brought their stuff up and I'd be like, man, this is a clean cut looking dude, man. This is something that I would want to see myself looking like. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like the dude who just look like he just do a lot of drugs and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to look like a person that look like, hey, I belong here. I am professional. I carry myself I hold myself to a certain standard and I carry myself a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you want to do it. That's how you should do it. But if you don't do it that way, they're going to find, bro, it's so many of us out here that they're going to find another one. Like, people think that they so good that they're not replaceable. We're all replaceable. Like, it's only a few that's not. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few that's not replaceable. And at some point, even they become replaceable. You know what I mean? It's only a few.
Hey, yo, Arch, like, is that like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody was saying, oh, it wasn't illegal what he did or whatever, but like, and like when y'all sign y'all NBA contract, is there like a blueprint of what y'all can't do? You know what I'm saying? They tell you, like, all right, obviously you can't have a gun in the NBA arena. You know what I mean? But like, is there like a guideline in y'all contract?
It's certain stuff like so it's like certain stuff like you're not supposed to like drive motorcycles. So that's a like after the thing happened with Jay Williams.
With Jay Will,
that's a term that can terminate your contract if you get caught driving a motorcycle or you get in an accident motorcycle. Like that stuff can, you know what I'm saying, they can get you. Like drugs, like certain drugs, doing stuff like that, automatic termination. Nothing about guns though, because guns is like it's a right thing. It's a right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everybody for the most part that I own guns. I own them legally though. You know what I'm saying? But you'll never see me flashing the gun. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people own guns, bro. Like, everybody on my team when I was in Phoenix had guns. We all had. But we're never flashing them for social media. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's literally for protection if needed. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's not for like, yo, look everybody, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's nothing wrong with him having a gun. But
it's the more what he was doing with it.
It's just what you doing with it. And people try to blame his friend. I don't think it was his friend's fault. If you look at the video, his friend turned the camera and turned it back quick because he seen that he had the gun. It was just, you know how people is, man. People they screen record, and boy, they as soon as they see, you know, they slowing it down. image is right image, like.
Yeah.
But his friend did nothing wrong. His friend was just having fun with his friend. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't. I don't think he expected him to show his gun.
Yeah.
He just happened to show it, and he popped the camera back quick, but it was already too late. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
already
Like,
too late. Yeah.
it's already too late, man. People quick with those cameras.
Facts. Like, did you kind of have to go through something like that too, brother? I know you said you kind of was in the same boat. You know what I mean? But like, did you have to be cautious of who you had around you too? You know what I mean? Not to get you caught up in nothing like that, or you kind of was like already like really dolo to yourself, select few with you.
Man, I've always been kind of dolo to myself. I got into a little trouble when I was younger. I got arrested when I was like 18 or 19. When I was 19, I got arrested once. But it was like a fight that broke out when I was with somewhere, and I got arrested for that. But that was something that when it happened, I just was really defending my friends. You know what I'm saying? If I could take it back, I would defend my friends 100 times out of 100.
Oh, facts.
But I wouldn't have probably went to that spot because ever since that happened, I haven't been back there. You know what I'm saying? And I just was going somewhere, just kicking on my friends. You know, you don't expect these type of things to happen. You know what I'm saying? But they do happen. And these dudes I look like family, so I'm always gonna be there to protect people that I consider family. But once that happened, man, it would be times where I would have talks with the management when I was with the Suns, and they would bring that situation up. You know what I'm saying? As a like, oh well, you did this type thing. You know what I mean? So like, and it would be a year after or whatever, however much time after, and then like whenever we have certain conversations about stuff, they would bring that up to the point where I was like, yo, why are you still bringing that up? And I thought we were past that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, bro, they never forget. No matter, they can make it seem like, oh, it's no big deal, or they don't ever forget that type of stuff. They don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why it's like you gotta try to move as clean as you can, because every little mistake you make, they're gonna remember, and they're going to hold you to it at some point. You know what I'm saying? If they get a chance to, whether it's not paying you a certain amount of money, you know what I'm saying, whatever, like giving you a certain opportunity, they gonna hold some stuff against you if you give them that chance, if you give them the opportunity to. That's why it's so important, like with Ja, like, because he's so talented that his talent, he's one of the best players in the league right now. So like, they can't just blackball him.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, they can't just get rid of him. But let's say he 29, 30-ish, and he's still getting little hit things here and there. That athleticism slow down a little bit, and he ain't the same Ja that he was now. They're gonna look for a way to kind of, start like, all right, well, we're moving away from him because he's not getting it, and he's slowing down. So we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, who's this new kids coming up that everybody's talking about? We're gonna slowly move away from him. We're gonna slowly get them out the league. You know what I'm saying? Just like they do a lot of these dudes, man. And it's a lot of dudes that they do that too, that people wouldn't even think about. Like, not even just superstar. Like, but it's me speaking from just experience and just knowing other players. There's a great handful. Like, a lot of these dudes that are not in the league right now, that should be, they getting done like that, and it could be because of looking. It's like, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason, skill-wise, like a dude like Lance shouldn't be on somebody's team.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We already talked about Cuz. There's no reason he shouldn't be on somebody's team. You know what I'm saying? Tyree got in his trouble. He's still talented.
Yeah.
John Wall. No reason John Wall should be on somebody's team right now.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, guys like that, bro. Like, it just be little stuff that sometimes it just go under the rug that people don't know about, but a lot of it is just like attitudes and stuff where these guys think that they so high mighty because they at the top of their game and they prime and they getting so much success and making so much money, and they forget, like, dude, This gonna slow down at some point. Like, and when it slow
Mm-hmm.
down, you gonna need those relationships that you have with these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can take you a long way.
Yeah.
They can get you a few extra years. Like, if Udonis was a nutcase, he wouldn't be in the league right now.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be in the league right now. But he's a great dude. He understands. He understands where he's at in his career. He understands what he needs to do, and he understands, like, hey, in order for these guys to trust me to stay here and continue to sign me, I have to hold myself to a certain standard. You know what I'm saying? I got to be an outstanding person for them to still want me at 40. Even if I'm not playing, for them to put me on the team, like for them to just give me $2 million a year. These last maybe 3 or 4 years, he's been just been given $2 million a year.
Yeah.
They gotta really like you. You know what I'm saying? They gotta really like, because it's plenty of people that can feel that $2 million a year that he's getting void and do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, they like him so much that they're not gonna do him like that, because he's always been a good guy. They ain't never had no problems. He's won for them when he did play. He's been a great teammate. He's been a great leader for that team. Like, all the things that a lot of these people could do, but they let get to their head when they're younger. Now a team don't believe you can do it. Like, it's so many guys. Like, I've seen so many guys that say, like, man, I could be a great vet for these young guys and this and that. And they very well could. But you didn't show signs of being this great vet when you were younger, when you were the star or whatever. So if you don't show them characteristics then, they're going to be like, he ain't got it. You can't do that. He's just talking. You know, that's what they're going to think. And in your mind, you really feel like you could really do it, and you probably really could. They're not going to believe that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to think, nope, this is the same knucklehead from when he was 24, 25. He was giving everybody a hard time because he was the top guy, and he was making this and that much money. But he's saying he can beat us now. No, they're going to feel like, no, he's just a guy that he just want a job. He's just desperate. But he's still that same guy. They ain't going to think he's really genuine to that guy. But like, you look at a dude like Udonis, who's done it the whole time, they're going to say, no, this is just who he is. And he could be faking. And I don't think he's faking, but he could be.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But he's done it so long. He's been a great dude so long that they're going to be like, this is just who he is. We love to keep him around. As long as he wants to be around, we're going to keep him around, because he's going to be a great influence. We can trust him to put the right things in our players, young players' ear, to help us lead these guys in the right direction.
You know and he got a higher up job waiting on him when he doing hooping. You know what I mean?
For
like,
sure.
They definitely gonna offer him like a player, not player development, but like one of them, like, you right
he
there.
He gonna either be an assistant coach or he gonna be something in the front office. And nothing else. He gonna do either one of those. Assistant coach or front office.
Okay. I gotta ask you, bro. Like I told you, Melo's my favorite player of all time. Man, my guy just retired. You know what I mean? I'm hurting right now, bro. I'm hurting, bro. Like, I got all my Melo gear hung up right now. You got a favorite moment of Melo? I watched, you know what I mean, when I was watching your highlights before, when he was with Phoenix and you were just dunking like crazy on him and all that. Like, do you got a favorite memory, favorite moment you have with Melo?
Well, I posted the picture yesterday on my story when I dunked on Porzingis, because Melo was in the background of that picture. That's why I don't know people. That's why a lot of people was liking it and stuff, and they might have thought I was posting it for the memory. I really wasn't. I was really just posting it because Melo was in it, and I didn't really have together pictures with me and Melo in the same photo. But I think that some of the stuff that I got from Melo was not necessarily a moment in basketball that I watched him do, or that I was part of, like, in the sense of, like, I mean, I remember when I watched the game when he had 60 versus Charlotte. I remember that game, so that was a great moment. And the 50 ball that he had against Miami when he didn't do nothing but shoot straight jumpers. I remember that game too. And they needed their game to make the playoffs, so that was I remember that. But what I remember most about Melo, for real, like the moments I remember was when I lived in Brooklyn and I would work out with Chris Brickley, that's like Melo trainer. We would work out together, and Melo would come in, and me and him would have some conversations about stuff, and he used to give me great advice, man, like life advice. He was one of those dudes where I could really ask him anything. Like, he had some personal issues going on at this point, and I kind of asked him about them, not being nosy, but just asking because I'm like, man, if I ever am in a situation, I would want to know how to go about it. And he didn't shy away from that stuff. He told me what's the what. and was real with me the whole way through it. He didn't have to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I used to also just watch his approach. Like when Melo came to the gym, he would do the same thing every time. His preparation before he even get on the court, like he would come in, he had like a guy, one of his trainers, his personal trainer, would stretch him for like 15 minutes. Then he would go through a 15-minute warm up with a different trainer. This dude named Mike. He would go through a workout with him before he even touched the basketball. Then he would go on the court and do his basketball stuff, and he was so strategic, so like detailed with the steps he take, the moves he make, and then we would hoop, and he would transfer everything he did from there to there to the hooping session. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he was so strategic about it. And also, even when he walked in the gym, it was just a different respect that he would get. Like, as soon as he walked in the gym, everybody, no matter I don't care who's in the gym, no matter who's in the gym, as soon as he walked in the gym, everybody kind of moved one way and let him get one full side to himself. You know what I'm saying? It's just Melo. This is how it was. This was when the Hoodie Melo stuff first started.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It was just one of those things where, like, he just garnered a different respect because of who he is. Like, he's one of the greatest players to ever play this game.
Right.
You know what I mean? He really is.
Right.
And it just was so disrespectful to me how the NBA did him, because he's one of the guys, he should be able to go out on his own terms. Like, he should.
Sure.
Like, there's no reason he shouldn't be able to go out on his own terms. No matter what they say about him, he has done way more great things than anything that anybody could look at as like, oh, that's kind of a mark on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the kids in Baltimore, the kids in New York, they worship him because of how much of a great dude he is and how much he gives back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The NBA dudes, Chump, JR, all of them, they always say so much great stuff about him.
Yeah.
Twan, they always say so much because it's the truth. Like, it ain't just them trying to protect. It's the truth, man. He's a great dude. You know
Keeping it real.
Like, he really is. He a great dude. He keep it real. Like, I remember when I was even in Brooklyn, and it was one time where I was contemplating on signing with the Knicks or signing with Portland, and he told me straight up, like, man, I talked to these dudes of, I don't think this is gonna be a great fit for you because of how they is. Like, you should go to Portland. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the inside scoop where at that time they were playing it to me like this is something they really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, they was just stringing me along just in case something else didn't happen. And then they were like, okay, we'll sign you. You know what I mean? Like, nah, don't put yourself like, don't do
in that situation.
Don't put yourself in the situation. If they playing, you go here because this other team ain't want you. You ain't showing that. So, man, I ain't never said nothing bad about Melo. Great dude.
Right. One of the best footwork ever, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
he's
footwork,
my
technique.
Stepdad, that's his favorite player.
Melo, yeah. Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, he used to teach me a lot of Melo stuff. Like, Melo used to have this one move he would do out of the like triple threat where it was two moves. He would jab, and he would bounce the ball with both hands and step back at the same time. I used to do that move super much, so much when I was younger. And there was another one out of the pick and roll where he would jab, and then he would like swing the ball like he's going forward and then bring it back. I don't feel like getting up, but he would swing it this way with both hands and bring it back off the dribble though. Bam. And that was like, those are two of my favorite moves growing up that I used to do.
Yeah.
And it was because of him.
Yeah. You know, I hate they did my man like that, bro. He had a good year with the Lakers. They didn't do well, but he was averaging 14 like 5, like that.
Shooting three well. Did whatever he could do. Like, and he still, like, I can tell by the way he moved.
Yeah.
When I see videos of him working out, he still can be productive something.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
It's just about if a team is gonna be like, okay, we gonna respect who he is and understand, like, what he bring and put him in a situation to be successful. Like, you don't got to play Melo 30 minutes no more. You know what I'm saying? You can play him
a
20,
smooth 20.
23, 24 minutes a game. He'll get you a cool 12 to 15. You know what I'm saying? If he got it going, you leave him in a little longer.
Knock
You know what I
down
mean?
some big shots for you.
Yeah. He's going to knock down some shots. Like, he can still do that, right? He can do that for another year or two easily. Because he take care of his body. Like, he's a pro. He's a real pro. Like, a lot of these dudes on his level, they all do the same thing in the sense of how they take care of themselves. Like, Bron is a little more extreme than the others. But for the most part, a lot of these dudes, they got 3 or 4 different trainers that they have on a payroll that work on their body. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's strength and conditioning, it's mobility. Like, they have dudes who are with them year round because they make enough money to have these guys year round. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler the same way. John Wall the same way. I've seen John Wall walk in the gym. He got 3 or 4 trainers with him. They all focus on different things. Like, one dude, he'll be doing a squat. He got one guy watching how his knees bend. Then he got one guy watching, like, maybe how his glutes are in the squat. Like, he got another guy watching how his back is aligned. Like, they have so many different, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way these dudes take care of their body is a different level. It's a different level. So he could easily. That's why you see a lot of these older guys being able to play a lot longer. Yeah. Because they have so many different guys taking care of them. And
with technology now, bro.
Yeah, and technology now, bro, it's so many different things and so many different things that we have now that they didn't have back in the early 2000s and the 90s and so before. But it's just about, are you willing to sacrifice that extra time to take care of your body? Are you willing to go get in the cold tub, and ice yourself, and do stretching, and get massages, all of that shit? Are you willing to do it? If you're willing to do it, you're going to extend your career by another 5-6 years.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Let me see. Bring my guy on here. He just tapped on for a little bit before we get off. See if he come on here.
He play?
No. He was like, when he was growing up and all that, but I don't think he played like football or nothing like that. I was supposed to have my other guy, JB. He used to be a Harlem Globetrotter. His brother is Randy Brown that played with MJ for the Chicago, but he said he can't have on tonight. Let me see.
I'd love to get in here.
Big homie, what's up?
What up? Let me switch it around. What up?
What up? All right, Twan. So this Arch, that's my big homie. That's Twan.
What's up,
bro? Nice to meet you.
Nothing, Twan. We were just sitting here talking about like how they did Melo. You know what I mean? As far as pretty much pushed him out the league, they really didn't give him this chance to really go out how he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? We kind of talked about AD, how he's so wishy-washy as far as how he go with the game. For you know what I mean? We kind of could jump in. Did you really think? I remember you telling me Denver was gonna beat Phoenix. You said Denver was gonna beat Phoenix. Did you think Denver was gonna sweep LA like that though? Like, how did you think the Lakers could have went about it differently? Like,
I did. Give me 1 second. Let me connect my earpiece. Give me 1 second.
All right, bet.
All right.
We gotta get rid of he gotta go. We need a whole point. Them 2 motherfuckers, they can pack them up. They gotta go. I don't want to see them. Purple to go.
My girl over here going off.
I'm gonna go out and come back in, okay?
All right, bet.
All right.
You said D'Lo and Russ, D'Lo and Schroeder gotta go.
Yeah, they gotta go.
Nah, D'Lo gotta go for real. D'Lo gotta go. D'Lo gotta go, bro. For real.
You don't like D'Lo, man?
Nah, he blew me, bro. He blew me, bro. Like, he did all that. What was that, game 3? When Bruce Brown was talking about they game plan was to go at him.
To go at him, yeah, that's crazy.
And then he came out like trying to go crazy.
That's crazy.
Stop.
I wish if a team tell me oh no, I'm gonna foul out before I let you just. The next game, I'm sending a message. I'm picking up full court, and I'm either getting fouls early or nigga, I don't know, something's gonna happen though. We changing that though. If anybody just go at me, think you can say that about me and that. Oh no, I would. Oh please.
Let me see. Twan back again. Hold on. Let me get Twan back in. You said y'all play Thursday though, Arch? Who y'all
Yeah, we
play?
play Thursday. I'll send you the link if you want. So do you know Sheldon Mack?
Sheldon Mack. He played in the league for a little bit too, right?
Yeah, he
Did
was
he
with
go to
Washington
Portland?
for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. No. That's is his name? Not that Sheldon Mack. Hold on, what's his nigga name? Is it Sheldon Mack?
Twan, you good now, Brody?
I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know. I don't think it's not him.
Talking about like,
It's
I'm
this
good.
other
Can you hear
dude.
me?
This dude went to
yeah.
Miami. This dude went to Miami.
Okay.
He's like 6'6".
But yeah, guard.
He on the team. Yeah, he a guard.
Yeah.
He good.
Yeah.
We play that team. I'll send you the link, bro. It's gonna be at like 7 p.m. your time.
Bet.
If you want to watch
I
it.
get off at that time. That'll be perfect, yo.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good game, man. We owe them, boys. They beat us last time we playing. We owe them one, so we gotta lock in.
Yeah.
Bet.
But yeah,
I'm good now. Can you hear
how you
me?
feel about that whole? Yeah. Yup.
You
You
hear
good?
me
I want
now?
to know how
Yeah.
you felt that they was
You
going. You
good?
just knew from the jump they was gonna sweep them. Like, what made you think that?
No, he told me beforehand.
I said they would beat them. I
Memphis got
thought
good finish.
4-1.
4-1.
I thought 4-1. But because I look at the Western Conference for matchups. I don't think teams are better than the other. I think teams match up better with one another. I felt like the first two rounds that the Lakers had easier matchups because Memphis lacked size. Memphis pretty much fell apart after all of the incidents and all of the stuff that happened with their star players. So, and then with the Warriors, they were just too small for them. You know, they took advantage of their size. Denver, you can't do that. You can't take advantage of the size. And then the last fact, my fact. I don't mean to be going so fast. My bad.
No, you
and
good.
then and then also to me when they played them in the bubble, AD wasn't able to guard Jokic. They always put a different player on him. They put Dwight Howard on him. They put JaVale McGee on him.
Yep.
And this time there was no JaVale McGee and no Dwight Howard, which means AD had to guard him. And AD can't guard Jokic. To me, he can't.
He's too small. He's too light.
He's too light. Jokic is not the same Jokic he was in the bubble. To me, he's a lot better now. You know what I mean? He's a more complete player. So I felt like he would take advantage of that matchup. And to me, if you can't stop him, you can't stop the team. So
for sure.
Yeah. And he lost
they're bigger.
If he going, everybody going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bron is not as quick as he was. So with Aaron Gordon is athletic. He can match up with Bron. He can't bully him because he's just as big as him. So it was just a bad matchup for the Lakers, I thought. So I felt like it was going to be 4-1.
And you know what's crazy? They had no – that's cool. Like, you could even say – let's say for the sake of the argument, you could say Jamal Murray canceled – I mean, not Jamal Murray. AD canceled and Jokic canceled out. You could say LeBron and Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon can do a good enough the job on LeBron to where he don't just dominate. They had no answer for Jamal Murray.
No.
Not at all.
Or Michael Porter.
No. But like Jamal, he dominated them this series. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had no answer for him. Like even if like that the factor of him and what he did put them way above the top because they had no answer for him and he killed every game.
I agree.
I don't agree with that Jared Vanderbilt matchup on him though. You know what I mean? I feel like you got to be able to match up. You know what I mean? Because Jamal Murray was just killing him, going off them screens.
I feel like you asking a 4-man to guard a scoring guard. Like,
thank you.
He see food.
Thank you.
Like one of them guards got to have some nuts and say, man, I got him and I'm gonna make it tough. Yeah, he might get 20, but it's gonna be a 7 for 19 type of 20. You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving him 30 off of over 50% from the field, and he's just doing what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, no, take away his strengths, make him beat you with stuff that he's not comfortable with. Take that shit away. It's easier said than done. I'm not saying like that, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dudes
I agree.
Like you gotta be able to like when it comes to the playoffs, this is what make good teams great. When it comes to the playoffs, those guys who might be looked at as scorers, they sacrifice that to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like D'Angelo Russell, For one, he wasn't even giving you shit scoring anyway. But
No, he
he should have
wasn't.
been. He should have been in the mode where it's like, man, I'm gonna sacrifice my offensive game and tire myself out by making sure he's tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making him work on this, and I'm picking him up full court. I'm turning him like, you know what I'm saying, and then it's sort of he gonna come in and do the same thing. Like we're gonna tire him out on this. Oh, he's gonna work for everything he get on this end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not letting him just come down freelance, get into the offense. No, I'm picking your ass up full court. You're gonna return
I
2 or 3
agree.
times. I'm contesting every shot. I'm going over every screen. Like, I'm going to bump you a couple times. I might bump you to the ground. Foul, I take that foul. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just
To let you
little
know.
stuff like that. Yeah, let you know. Like, it's going to be a long night. You know what I'm saying? You think you're going for 30, it's going to be the hardest 30 you ever got.
Yeah.
He out there cruising,
Yeah.
doing what he want to do. Ice on, move out the way, step back over the top, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just doing whatever he want to do. I see him shooting wide open threes. I'm like, how is he shooting wide open threes? Why is he shooting wide open threes? Like, man, he shouldn't be shooting any wide open threes. Like, what is going on?
I feel like Joker. I feel like Joker really took advantage of AD because I feel like Joker really looked at AD and was like, "You not effing with me." You know what I mean? Joker shooting one-legged fadeaway three. You know what I mean? AD laughing. I feel like Joker really proved to AD like, all right, you know what I mean? You was one of the best big men in the league. Now it's me. You know what I mean?
I
And I feel like AD didn't step up to that matchup. And like what me and you talk about all the time, Twan. I feel like AD should be what Giannis is. Giannis is gonna go out there. He gonna play 130%. He gonna dunk on you. He gonna mean mug you. He gonna flex on you. He gonna let you know. And I feel like AD is the total opposite. And I feel like he should be that. And I feel like this definitely would have been a whole different series if AD would have been like, all right, come on. You know what I mean? You coming at me, I'm coming at you. And I feel like AD just was like nonchalant the whole series. He was just like, you know what I mean? Just being out there, going with the flow.
You know what I feel, man? I feel like sometimes we be asking the Tiger to change his stripes. AD is who he is, man. He's the same player in New Orleans.
That's what Archie
He's the same player in New Orleans. I think once you get to at least to 8 to 10 years into your career, if you're the same player, man, more than likely, not all the time, it's not a blanket statement, but more than likely, that's the player you're going to be the rest of your career.
For sure.
Most of the time. And AD has never exemplified that. He's not in basketball shape enough to compete with those guys. He's just talented, man. He's just very talented, man. But he doesn't have that drive. He's not in shape. You can see he's not in shape. Jokic is in shape, man.
And this is the thing about Jokic, and it's the same with Luka. Them dudes aren't the most athletic. So no matter what you do, you're not gonna speed them up and get them off their rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So like with Jokic, he will take the whole shots like if he got to get to his spot, bag you down, and shoot that little float over the top. He don't care. You're not gonna speed him up because he knows I got control of the ball. You're not getting to it. All I gotta do is get you down a little inch by inch to my spot, and I'm gonna shoot it right here, and I'm gonna make it.
That's it.
Like, the reason that I think Dwight and JaVale worked on him so much because they were bigger. So even when he did he's going to get to a spot because he's a great player. But he's shooting over a taller, longer hand with a little more bump. And these guys.
And he wasn't in shape.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in shape like he is now.
But like
that matters.
Like you put a Dwight Howard on him that's strong, that's really strong. Because Dwight is one thing you can't deny about Dwight is he's a strong dude. You put that type of strength on him with that athleticism and that hand, he's going to still do some damage because it's Jokic. And like you said, he's in shape. He's better. He's a different player. But I just
and they use him differently.
And they use him different.
They put him in movement more now.
Yep. They put him in situations where he come out, he's screening and rolling.
Yeah, he's coming off screen. He's coming off pin downs like a guard. He's coming off Jamal Murray posting up, and he's the guy cutting. So Dwight wouldn't even be able to guard him the way he played now because he played on the perimeter too much.
Yeah.
And then if you notice, they do stuff where, like, even with Jamal, like Jamal will drag the screen out so far to where the big has to make a decision. And once he drags that screen out that far, if the big stay, he kick it to Jokic, and Jokic has a running start. If he don't, if the big go back, then he just go to the rim, or he go get to his move, get to his shot. So whereas around that time, he wasn't really dragging that screen out like that. He was just coming off one or two dribbles and making a decision. But now he dragging, waiting. He waiting, and he reading the defense, seeing what to do. If the big stay, he kicking it to Jokic. and Jokic can shoot, so you have to close. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to close, and once you close, Jokic, I can tell by how he's playing, he's a little quicker off the first step than they think, than we might see on TV. Because he's getting to the rim too easy on guys. Like when he got to the rim
it's too
yesterday,
easy.
and Euroed around Schroeder, like you can tell, like he has a little more quickness to him than we can see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree. That's why I said in shape, man. Being in shape is huge, man. It is. It is.
Another thing we talked
You know what I
about
mean?
is I had asked Arch, if you the GM, if you Pelinka, like what do? You know what I mean? Obviously, you want to keep AD, you want to keep Bron. You know what I mean? You want to bring back Hachimura, you want to bring back AR. I asked Arch, do you feel like Kyrie? You know, they talking about Kyrie is out there. Arch said he don't feel Kyrie.
Hold on, wait. I want him to. What guard would you get? I want to see if he say the same person I said.
Fred Van
If
Fleet.
you could get any guard.
Fred Van Fleet. Because I'm going off who's available. I mean, if I had a wish list, I would get Dame Lillard, but I don't have a wish list. Dame Lillard ain't available. So if I'm going off who's available this summer, Fred Van Fleet is a champion. He knows how to lead a team. On Toronto this year, he was third in the league in steals. That means he plays defense. So that means at the head of your defense, you're going to have a point guard that defends the ball well. And he can get in the passing lane. And he can shoot the hell out the ball if you leave him open. And he's going to make smart decisions. And he ain't afraid of the moment. And he ain't going to disappear like D-Lo did. And I got about 5 more of them if you want. Shit.
Talk to me. Who would you go get? And I'm gonna tell you who Arch is.
I would if I had a wish list, I would go get Dame Lillard. But if I had to go off who's a free agent and who's available, I would try to get Fred Van Fleet if I could.
Okay. And
I don't think you need to have a big guard. I wouldn't get Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie. To get Kyrie, they're going to have to gut the team. And they're going to be top heavy with no depth. And they're going to probably not even – if they make the playoffs, they're going to lose in the first round, depending on who they have to play. You don't want to be top heavy because during the season you're going to have a shitty seed because your stars don't play during the season. Bron doesn't play. AD's not going to play all year. All of the people who could carry you during the season you're going to have to get rid of to get Kyrie. So I wouldn't get Kyrie.
John Lucas, what up, big bro? Oh, but Arch said he thinks the Lakers should go get somebody like a Drew Holiday. Obviously, Drew's not available, but he felt like Drew Holiday would be the best fit as far as like, you know
perfect.
What I mean? Already being the third, you know what I mean, the third option on the team. He ain't so heavy on, I'm going to shoot the ball, I'm going to score the ball. It's more about like, all right, yeah, on this end, you know what I mean?
That defensive end, he's going to make an impact.
Yeah.
Like, that
I
shit
agree.
I agree. Wouldn't have been happening on Drew.
I agree.
That with that type of efficiency, at least. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. The only reason I said Fred is because I understand.
I get what you're saying.
Not just that. I understand. AD, I'm just going to be honest. AD disappears sometimes in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to go on, bro. I'm just being honest. So you need somebody who can carry the team offensively. That's why all these fans on TV keep saying Kyrie, Kyrie, Kyrie. Mm-hmm. But you got to get through the season. The season ain't just get to the second round and then the season starts. You ain't going to get through the season probably with Kyrie. But if you just saying get through the season, that's why I said Van Fleet, because he's a champion. He's not going to freeze in the moment. He can help LeBron when it get tight. He's not going to disappear. And honestly, I think sometimes AD be wanting to take a step back. So now you don't have to worry about that. It's the same with Drew, but Drew is more for a defensive standpoint.
Yeah.
He's a champion, but you need a guy that can take over the game, man. You just do.
Yeah.
If you get against like the Nuggets and my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm done.
I was just saying Drew because when I watched them play, he takes a back seat to Giannis and Middleton, obviously. But when it comes time where those guys are struggling, like just think about the series with the Suns. When they struggled, he thrived.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it could be the same aspect. And I think he's a little better off the dribble than Van Vliet is. Like, I think Van Vliet is a little better shooter.
Yeah.
But I think he's a little better off the dribble to make that play than Van Vliet is, in my opinion. And he do so many other things well.
He's just bigger.
Yeah.
He's just bigger.
He's bigger, a little more athletic.
Yeah, so he got more in his package.
better.
He can post up.
Guard one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, and he can pass. Like, man, he can really pass. That's the thing that people don't realize. Drew can really pass that route. You know
he can, man. He can ball. He got an all-around game, man. He got it all.
And
he's a perfect fit.
Like that, he can fit in with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can put him anywhere, and he can fit in. And that's why I think
Milwaukee ain't giving him up, boy, under the threat of death. You hear me?
That'd be stupid if they did that.
Yeah, but that's the perfect. I agree with you. Looking at what they have, that is the perfect guard for them. I would agree.
Yeah,
facts.
Sure.
I would agree.
Did Miami win?
No, man. And Miami got blown out, bro. No, Boston won by like 25.
Boston won. Yeah, Boston won. Yeah.
You know they ain't gonna let. You know they got to make it a series, bro. They want for just let it.
No, man. It wasn't officials. It was Jason Tatum.
Oh, he went to work?
He went off in the second half, that third quarter. He had 30, 10, and 5. 30 plus 10 and 5. And then Jaylen Brown finally came alive. Jaylen Brown only had 8 at halftime. I think he ended up with like 25 or something like that. They exploded.
Jaylen Brown, he's frustrated, man.
They exploded in the second half. I think so, too.
Yeah, he's frustrated, man. I feel like he be hearing that talk of like, oh, people saying he better than JT and he ain't getting the shots he needs. So I think JB, I think he frustrated, man.
But you know the adjustment that they made? They put Robert Williams in the game. That changed the game. They left him out there instead of giving him those little spot minutes and taking him out the game. They left him out there.
Yeah.
And he
took him out the starting five. Like, I wonder why though. Like, that was y'all defensive anchor, right?
To try to speed up, to keep up with their wing players, but he slows Bam down. What he does is he makes Bam pump fake a lot. When Bam when Al Horford down there, I'm watching the game, he goes right over Al Horford. But when Robert's down there, he giving a few before he shoot. And most of the time he gonna miss after he gets 3 or 4 fake and shoot a little fadeaway hook. He's not making that.
Yeah.
So that helped their defense. They got off to the races, and then Tatum and Brown got going. So
they gonna be a Miami Denver NBA Finals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's y'all predictions?
Yeah,
I feel like that matchup better. I feel like that matchup is a lot better. Bam, I feel like small as hell, guarding Joker. You know what I mean? But I feel like Miami's defensive unit as a team and how everybody is playing. I mean, Archie was just talking about that earlier. Like Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, like these dudes really stepped their game up. Like Duncan was just a shooter, spot in the corner. Now he's putting the ball on the floor. He being aggressive. He getting to the rim. He pump faking. Dribbles, pull up. Caleb Martin is doing everything. You know what I mean? So I feel like this series is really gonna be. I don't know, man. You got a good ass offensive team and a good ass defensive team. I feel like this is the finals that we really needed. You know what I mean? It ain't really no big name superstars, nothing like that. It's more like
much pub as it should.
You
said what? Bro?
It's not gonna get as much pub as it should, and I think it's gonna be a really good series. I think that the Denver gonna take it just because I just believe in Jokic a lot, but also it is hard to win in Denver. It is hard to win there. Like, it is tough to win in Denver, man.
I was just thinking that.
It is, bro. Teams ain't coming in Denver and winning, bro. It's just tough,
bro. Yeah. Bro, I'm thinking 4-1, 4-2 maybe. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I can see that.
Good games, but not a long series. Good games, but not a long series.
Like,
they're too
small, man. Play perfect, and I just don't.
Yeah, they would have to play.
Man, that would have to play too perfect, bro.
That's the same thing I think. They got to play perfect, man.
Who's the 4 right now for them? Who they start the 4?
Miami.
God dog it. Kevin Love come off the bench, so it's not Kevin Love.
They're not starting.
It might be Max Strus.
Yeah, they too little.
Because you got Kyle Lowry.
No,
you got
I don't think Kyle Lowry. I think Gabe Vincent
at the 1.
I think it's Vincent, Strus, Butler, Bam, and somebody else.
Vincent.
5.
I mean, not Vincent. The twin, Martin. The Martin twin. He started.
So Miami started 5 tonight. So Miami started 5 tonight was Caleb, Jimmy, Bam, Vincent, and Strus.
Okay,
that was they started.
Caleb, but Caleb only be playing 11 minutes. He
normally come off the bench. They was starting the Martin kid at first.
Yeah, Martin played 35 minutes. So
if
You
they
know what I
start
mean?
Martin against them, he's too little for Gordon. Like,
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
they
saying?
tonight they didn't. But I'm surprised. Yeah, I know they
And
can't.
if they start K Love a little too slow. Like,
Too
Yeah,
too
and Gordon
slow.
gonna cook his ass.
he too slow.
Yeah,
We
man.
gotta be able to run with him.
He gonna have a couple of bodies, man. Did you see him get that dunk the other night?
Oh my goodness.
Nobody was down there, but I was like, man, if they were, they better
Man,
not jump. He dunked that thing hard.
that's one athletic dude right there, dog.
It
Oh
is,
my
man.
goodness, bro. And
Man,
he
I
don't
think
need
they
much room to
just,
take off either.
man, tall skill be small skill, man. I think they
Mm-hmm.
just too big for Miami, man. I really do. I
So what
like
do y'all do?
And then it's like,
Miami, and
okay,
I like the run. Gabe Vincent got hurt tonight too, so they might not shoot. We might have to hold our horses on this Miami Denver stuff because if Boston win the
Yeah.
next game, it's going 7. I think
Oh yeah.
you can't let them get 2, man. They're gonna get their confidence up. It ain't like
they
Miami
could.
is just so much better than them. They actually are just as good as they are. So
I agree. I agree. And with the team that Boston have, if they clicking, they can run them off.
they can run them off.
And
They can, man. I'm telling you.
win on the road was big. I think big for their confidence.
Me
This,
too. That's why I said. And Gabe Vincent got hurt. He rolled his ankle bad too.
I
So
seen that. I seen that.
I said, yeah, I hope he's okay, man. But if he's not able to really be himself, it's gonna be 3-2 after game 5, man.
And that's gonna be that's another that's series back away. Man.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said we might have to hold up on this making these matchups. We might have to hold our horses if these boys win another game.
That's a fact.
Fact. No, we're gonna have to definitely run it back, man. You know,
Definitely.
See what happens.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I said, man. Arch, I appreciate you, Brody. Always,
I love talking hoops.
For sure. Twan, I appreciate you, Brody.
No doubt, man.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Do something
Appreciate you, bro.
again. When the series get determined in the finals matchup, we're gonna have to get back on here again and really
I'm
chop it up and
always
talk.
down,
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Sure.
Definitely.
Just let me know. I'm always there before the hoop talk.
All right, man.
Hey, Arch.
Good to meet you, Arch.
Yo.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right.